fucking horse.
Cue in.
What the fuck?
Welcome back, stablemates. welcome back.
Do you reckon that bit made it in the cut?
Yeah, of course it did.
The little intro?
Yeah, of course.
If you
that's
heard
in
it,
there, yeah.
then it made it.
The maxophone.
Yeah, the maxophone.
On the maxophone. That's right. Oh,
I got
gold.
this fucking big cricket bat here that says I am. How good was Wildwater Sports?
Oh. Well, if it's your first time listening, this is the normal shit we get up
Yeah.
to. Episode 37, I don't think anyone's... It's a Coan by, apparently.
Yeah.
37.
See the number. Yeah.
No one's got
37.
anything?
You would probably do something. 7 plus 3 is 10. There's been 10 times that you've been a fuckwit already
No,
today.
yeah, well, 7 plus 3 is 10, and we got 10 fingers, and it's no coincidence.
You've done this one.
Again, I believe, I don't know for fact, so someone look this up, but I believe that's why we use the base 10 number system. Have I used this or not?
Yep.
Like, that's
But
why...
to coincide with that, month used to be month. Because every 28 days is a full moon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Oh,
it used to be
okay.
called month.
Yeah.
So now it's month.
Really?
Yeah. And there used to be 13 months, because that's equals to 52 weeks.
Yeah.
And the Greeks didn't like 13.
Unlucky.
So
Would that actually make it 20... Does it actually...
What's-
28 times... Someone do this. 28 times 12? No, times 13. What's that equal? Someone do it.
yeah,
We'll wait.
365 days. But
Why do they stick with that?
what's October, right? Oct
Yeah. 10.
is what? No.
Oh, 8.
Yes.
It's definitely not 10.
What's December?
Deck 10.
10.
10.
Ben,
So
What's-
Did you do the
what's
calculation?
13 times...
No.
Anyway, yeah, so it used to be, yeah.
Yeah.
So it used to be 13 months,
Yeah.
and there still should be.
We should get that back up and running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Start a
Because if we
petition.
had eight fingers, it would be like 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 81, 82. Like, it would be 8.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, 8 times
Yeah.
8. Yeah.
Anyway, how are you, mate? You good?
Wow.
How are you, more importantly?
Why more important?
Well, you've had a
I've had a coast.
coac.
No, a COA week.
Yeah.
CAO.
No, I've had a COA week. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had all kinds of stuff happening. I've had a young man who dislocated his thumb,
Yep.
and then the Bright Spark decided 2 days later that the best thing to do was play more basketball, and he dislocated
Did
it
it again. Oh.
And then, when I took him to the doctor the second time and got it reset for a second time, by the way, I'm going to look that up and see if I can learn to do it myself, just in case it happens again, because
Oh,
I love
yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
Watching it go back in was so great.
Oh, especially if it's compound. Just do it
You are
yourself.
disgusting.
Maybe not.
This is a
No, it was-
fetish. I reckon you have...
It was so good. Like, just watching it go vroom back in, I was like, oh, yeah, that's great.
That's a thing. I recken if you look that up,
It's probably a fetish.
it is a...
Yeah.
Someone's
And
into it.
like people
Yeah.
who watch pimples being popped and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just gross. But then the next day he said to me, I'm still going to do long jump today. I'm like, what part of don't do any sport did you not hear when the doctor said it?
Yeah.
And he goes, well, long jump is just all feet. I said, no, it's not.
You got to land. Yeah.
Anyway, so then that, and then spent a couple of days in the hospital with my daughter with angry appendix,
Yeah.
which was, I told Tash, I said to Tash, the surgeons, they'll let you take the appendix home in a jar if you just ask them.
Wow.
And she,
So we're gonna be
so
my
she went in,
Christmas
she really? I went, yeah, they definitely will. And
You
she
set her
went in
up.
there and
You
she
set her up.
said, God, can we take it home? And they looked at her and she had to quickly turn it into a joke.
You set her up.
No, I
up,
have
or
seen it on movies. Where people have
Are you
it
going
in
to
a
give that to me
jar.
for Christmas?
Um,
The appendix?
In a
Like I gave you
Ziploc
that
bag.
I
scab?
would have given it to you for
Yeah.
Christmas.
So
Yeah.
remember, I think we told this story before, so I've repeated content. Oh, but remember when in grade 8, Greg's older brother told us to go when we went to
Yeah.
the Big Pineapple.
The nudie deck.
If you ask, they don't have them out there, but you have to ask the ladies behind the counter for the Playboy cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they'll have them behind there for you. And
Yeah.
we did it, and yeah.
So
Good
she's
fun.
been milking it for a couple of days. Like in a lot of pain, keyhole surgery, but she had 3 wounds and stuff. So she'd been on the floor. I gave her a bell. Stupid mistake.
Oh,
Just ding
ringing it.
every 2
wow.
minutes. So even this morning, I'm I'm walking around, ding-a-ling, oh, fuck. Yes, no, what can I get for you? Can you help me go to the toilet? Oh, and then all of a sudden, today, she overheard me talking to Cam about going to the movies with his cousin. And she goes, what's going on? I said, Cam's going to the movies with Jackson. And she goes, oh, I want to go to the movies. I'm like, but you can't even go to the toilet. She's like, no, I'm feeling better.
Good now. Yeah.
She's up and she's in a dress real quick. And
cartwheeling at the front yard. Yeah.
She did sit in the, she sat in the recliners, like right at the front of the cinema.
Oh, yeah.
And Tash texted me like I've never been so close to a movie screen in my life.
Oh, yeah.
She's ringing the bell, get the attendance.
Took a bell with her.
Well, the funny thing, I couldn't find a bell. She wanted a bell. So I went and got my drill and I took the bell off her bike. Just brought her in a bike. Ding, ding.
Brilliant.
So, it has been a tough week. But
Did you take that bell off with the Ryobi?
it was a Ryobi drill. Yeah, it was a Ryobi drill. It wasn't a
You know what
Zito, though. So.
Yeah.
Yes, Ryobi dads.
say,
Yeah. Now, quick catch up. We actually went camping.
Yeah, we did it.
It was
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Ben and I got munted.
Yeah,
You did.
it was
There
a
was
late
some
night.
slurring at the end. Of it. Seriously, guys, this podcast, man, this could be big. This thing, we're gonna make it all the way to the Prime Minister. And then
Bullshit. You're full of shit.
Were they better or worse than the time we went camping with stablemate Shane
Oh,
and
it
we
was
were
better
playing
than
that higher or lower
there was
card
nothing worse
game?
than that.
And he was enthralled with it for about 3 hours. Leggy, higher or lower?
Yeah.
I don't know, mate. Higher. Oh, it was lower. Drink.
Yeah, it was like 50-50. Every time he was
3 hours in, he was still,
just as amazed.
Yeah.
The 50-50 shot didn't come in.
It was fun though. It was busy out there.
Yeah, it was good.
We
I
had
love
the
that place,
fire.
Big
And,
Riggin. Yeah, no, the fire. We went through some wood.
yeah, we did. Yeah, and some bit of plastic was thrown.
Yeah, it was a bit.
Didn't
The
someone
kids had
throw
fun,
their
though.
kids' shoes on the fire?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Ben?
Yeah, there was some shoes burnt.
Was it?
Yeah, the next day.
Now you've got a similar hat to this fella.
I did have.
Oh yeah, you brought it. Yeah.
Is that camping?
Yeah.
My Pizza Hut hat. I thought this was special, this hat, and then you rocked up with one.
Was it the same?
It's
spite
so
Exactly the
bad.
same.
I know where it-
This whole time you've had it?
Well, I don't know where it is now. Yeah.
Oh, was it you? It was Scoot.
He took care of it, probably.
Yeah. It was filthy too in the morning.
Yeah.
What happened to it?
Don't know. No one knows.
Very cryptic. What happened to the hat?
I don't know.
Oh, you
Did you
Say
too.
there's
dispose
only
of
one
it?
podcaster in this room with these hats.
No, right. And it shall stay that way by the sounds of it. Oh, yeah.
Very good.
And then we had a bit of a quick band practice yesterday for
Yeah.
the Rockhampton Festival. We're playing it.
Just back to camping. Don't
Oh,
you-
sorry.
Yeah, sorry to move on.
Yeah, camping
Your
is
podcast.
one of those things. Like it's highs and lows. Like, do you remember the high when we got there?
Yeah.
Just like we just quickly set up the tents and then sit down in the camping chair. It's like
Get
this
the
is
fire going.
amazing.
Yeah.
Why
That
aren't we
is-
doing this all the time, boys?
That is
all
the best
time.
moment. And then nighttime by the fire,
Yeah,
best moment.
Pretty good, yeah.
The lows kick in about 4 in the morning when you need to take a shit, and then when you got to pack that shit up.
Packing
the next
up,
morning.
and I was like, oh.
And you can't even pack it up because you got to wait for the shit to dry.
Yeah.
Like when it's all wet and you're just sitting there like, for fuck's sake. I
Yeah,
just
no,
wanna
but I'm ready
pack
to do it
this
again.
up.
It's like childbirth, I would imagine. I don't know, but like they do it again.
For a little bit hard.
Like,
Yeah.
I saw how that wasn't going well, and then next minute, it's like, let's do it again. So we should go camping again.
Yeah, no, it was
Maybe
good.
2 nights, so
Yeah.
you get that full day of
Yeah,
yeah.
mucking around.
You
and,
wouldn't
yeah.
have been well by the sounds of it if you had to do 2
Oh,
nights.
it was nearly a disaster. Oh, I probably would have been all right, I think. The old RBT
Oh,
at
yeah.
Rathdowney.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you see him?
I looked the other way.
It sounds like he did too.
Yeah. That's my little trick. I go,
Yeah. Yeah, nothing gets the adrenaline pumping quicker than... Yeah. But no, it probably would have been all right. It was 11:30.
Yeah, it was late.
I was impressed with your daughter's and her friend's music because we didn't have any. You know, we tried to listen to music on the speaker,
Yeah.
but we didn't have any internet, so we had to be with whatever anyone had downloaded on their phone.
On
And
the
we
phone.
were like saying, "Oh, Guns N' Roses. She's like, yeah, got
Yep,
it.
yeah.
And like all this stuff. She
Cool,
got
hey?
it.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, I think rock and roll's safe. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it was pretty good.
Scoot and I had a game of golf last week.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Can we talk about this? Yeah. Okay. You
Yeah.
go.
What?
Nothing.
Right.
Well,
The bet. We're going to talk about the bet one.
oh,
more
I
time.
don't want to talk about the bet. I'm so sick. He was banging on about the bet the whole time we're playing.
Yeah.
How'd you go with your new clubs?
Good. I think I've worked them out. I'm starting to hit them well.
Nice.
I've had 6, 7 over a couple of times. I didn't play well when I played with Scott, but I don't usually. He drags me down with him. I did beat him by 28 shots.
So it's only like 1.5 shots a hole that I need to shave off, and then I get that sweet 10 grand.
10K.
But I've revised it because he's backed out of that because he knows I'm getting better.
But my wife is a stablemate. She listens to this podcast religiously.
Right. G'day,
It
Tash.
will be marriage over if I have to cough up
Okay.
10 grand, which I know I won't have to.
Oh,
But
well,
I
yeah,
want-
you won't.
Well, I
I'll
won't
be on my
have
way
to,
then. No,
and she
bets
knows I
take.
won't have to.
You had a
But
sneaky little lesson.
he's had 2 lessons.
I've had 2 lessons.
2 now, yeah.
But my
What
proposal...
did the golf teacher say about the shafts in your clubs?
He said they're perfectly good for, someone over 70.
Now there is.
Nah, he said to get some
There
steroids.
is I would never make this joke, but there is a lot of sexist and homophobic jokes that are made about people with graphite shafts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never do it.
No.
But the golf teacher did say to Scott that the best thing for those shafts would be to insert them into himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I didn't know you could do that as well. So lube them up.
Bit of
and
prostate
then,
tickle.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you do that on the potty, like
do
live?
a live one. So I think he was complimenting me, like, and the shafts.
Well, I took something out of you yesterday, so I'm happy to put something in.
True. Ooh, yeah. He did. Yeah, let's just leave that
Do
cryptic.
you want to clear that
Yeah,
up?
maybe clear it
Let's
up.
not even clear it up. Well, he did actually comment on Jiggles though, because Jiggles wasn't even there, but Nathaniel was there with Jiggles' old clubs. 'cause we
Right.
didn't have
Old
Nathaniel's.
clubs.
And he was
2
looking at
clubs
Nathaniel's
sets ago.
clubs. He was like, "What happened to these?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, they're from my mate Jiggles who has an anger problem." And he's like, "They're all bent. Like he's like every single one of these is bent."
Yeah, they are big.
That's great.
And Fub's about to get my new club, my old club, upgrade to the set that I just got rid of.
Yeah.
There's a bent one in there too. I'll give you
Oh,
that
shit.
Anyway, my suggestion to resolve the golf bet once and for all, because Jules' problem is that, okay, he doesn't get anything out of this. He only has to pay me 10 grand if I ever win.
Yeah, what's
Yes.
in it for me?
Yeah. So what I'm proposing, and he doesn't want to pay the 10 grand if it ever happens, even though he keeps saying it's never
No, I
gonna
do
happen.
want to. I just don't want it to end my marriage.
Yeah. So what I'm proposing is I'll pay $2 every time we play and he beats me.
Yep.
Should be every time, most times.
No, every time.
Yeah, okay, every
Every.
time. So it shouldn't matter what the other thing is, but anyway, yep. And we'll just keep that as a tally, and you can call it in whenever you want, but just so I'm not paying you too. Like, you can let that build up and call that in whenever you want. And then, but if I ever win, he has to buy me a jet ski. And I don't care what sort of jet ski, it just has to work.
Right.
So he can be creative of how he gets this jet ski. Like, it
Right.
could be a marketplace special, 2.5 grand.
Yeah.
Remote
Could be
control.
20 grand.
Kids'
Whatever.
toy,
No, I have
remote
to be able to
control.
ride it. So a jet ski that is able to be ridden by me in the water at least 80 k's an hour.
80.
Yeah.
Right.
80's pretty fast.
Yeah, 100 is pretty
Better,
good.
The
yeah.
closest he's ever come to beating me, I beat him by 10 shots.
Yeah.
I was insanely hungover.
Yeah.
I'd had 2 hours sleep
Yeah.
and still beat him
Well,
by 10. And he had the
it's-
second best round he's ever had.
Yeah, the front nine, though, we were like neck and neck. Oh, he was only beating me by
I
one
still
shot.
wasn't worried.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still wasn't worried. But yeah, so are we prepared to go on the record? A jet ski?
No.
Why not?
Ah. Yeah. All right.
Continue to
Cool.
beat you for leisure.
Yes. So, so we are playing at the Rockhampton River Festival, 27th of July. We're on the Saturday. Dan Sultan's playing, Eskimo Joe's, a few big names there. Travis Collins, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Country artist. So yeah, we'll be there, and
I think we're
should be
headlining,
fun.
aren't we?
Oh, the Saturday. Yeah, we'll just say that. Yeah. Saturday. They're all on the Sunday, but anyway. Sports. What are we up to with sports? You got a few there.
There's a few
Get through.
things.
Yep.
NBA Finals is over.
Yep.
Wasn't that a fucking boring series?
Yep.
Now, you text me saying, do you reckon the NBA's rigged?
Well, I
Why
watched
was that?
Game 4. Right.
Where
Dallas won.
Dallas won by a fucking pasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'd lost 3 before that. But I was watching, is it and
Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown and Tatum and all that.
Yeah.
And the shots were just,
Yeah.
Do you reckon it's match fixing? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. They're just like, lobbing them up there and they weren't going in. And then, I don't think it's rigged, but it would just look like, let's take it to 5 games.
Yeah, well, I don't think
they're
it's
trying
rigged.
to, like, they've got an incentive to make it go, the series go longer.
Well, I reckon they
think
might
so.
have wanted to win it at home. In front, because they would have won it in Dallas, in front of a booing Dallas crowd.
Yeah, if they had
Whereas Game 5, they get to lift the trophy at home.
at home.
It's confidence.
So there are a
Throw a
couple
game.
of other rumours kicking about why that might have been the case. I don't reckon.
They just seemed that bad
Yeah,
in
they
game
were
4.
really bad.
Like, it's just, the professionals aren't that bad. When you see how well they play all year, and in this one game they're hopeless. But like you said,
How much they lose by?
30 or something, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't
Yeah,
they try
was
to
like
make
30.
it closer?
I don't know, but
If they were trying to, like, lose but not...
it was.
I don't know. It's just like, fuck it, we're going to win next
It was
week.
the
don't we?
least watched final series in about 20 years.
Yeah.
It was awful. I saw a very funny AI video of Luca ringing LeBron James and saying, "Look, I'm playing with all these guys. They suck. I'm carrying the team. I'm 3 games down in a final series. What would you do at this point, LeBron?" And LeBron's like, "Well, I tried this against this team. You could try that." And Luca goes, "Oh, I can try that. Did you win that one?" He's like, "Nah, I lost that series." And you go, "Well, what else you got?" He's like, "Well, you could try this. I did this against Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Did you win that one?" "Nah, we lost that one." Just carving up LeBron.
Oh, poor old
Does he
LeBron.
lose a lot?
He's lost a lot of final series.
Yeah.
He's
And what's
won a lot too.
The Giddy deal?
He has been traded to the Chicago Bulls.
Chicago, that's right.
Yeah, with no picks, just traded for Alex Caruso, who's he's pretty old.
Yeah.
He won't be in the starting 5, but apparently they were talking about benching Giddy next year, like getting him starting off the bench, and he piped up and said, "Nah, I want to be a starting player.
5.
I want
Okay.
to further my career." I reckon he's good enough to be a starting player too. It's good that he spoke up. So he's going to Chicago,
Yeah.
which
They haven't had much success for
no,
ages.
and they've got. I reckon they're going to trade a lot of players this off season. Going to be a fuckload of trades this off season.
Yeah.
So many rumors floating about.
Yeah.
And JJ Redick's the coach of the Lakers now as well.
Ah,
They appointed him this week too.
Do they have
Okay.
a salary cap in the NBA?
No.
I don't think they
So
get
what's
paid
stopping? Because
heaps.
there's only 5 players on the court
Yep.
at any time. So, like, very different list building in NBA compared to, say, the AFL. You got, what, 18 on
sorry,
the field?
there isn't a cap, but there are penalties if you go over a certain limit. and
Okay.
things like
Because
that. I
you
don't
could
know
change
how
your
it
whole
works.
team. Let's get 3 awesome lose 3, get another 3, or get 5. And then it's a whole different team.
You'll find though that a lot of the great teams, in like the dynasty teams, were good because their bench could carry the team when the good players were off. Like, because if you think about Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Kevin Durant all on the same team, that's a shit ton of money. But their bench with Iguodala and Draymond was starting 5, but like their bench at that time carried the team. They got to support it when those guys are sitting. So
Yeah. Yeah, cool. The ones I had to bring up was when this comes out, Origin Game 2 would have been running 1.
Well, I
yeah.
was going to say, do we dissect the shit out of Origin 1 already?
Well, let me
We
ask you
did,
this:
yeah, we-
when the stablemates
Yeah.
listen to this, will the Queenslanders have lifted the trophy?
Well,
Where's the game? Is it Sunny?
MCG.
MCG
The
Game
MCG.
3.
Yeah, we haven't won there since Moses got his first pube, so it's been a while since we've won there. And I think they've now put in Moses at halfback. Dylan Edwards is fullback because so Tedesco's out. Sort of.
Yep.
I think they got such a stronger team this time than Game 1.
Yep.
So yeah, that'll be.
Who do we put at fullback?
Is Walsh all good?
Walsh is back, yes.
Yep.
Yep. So he'll be in there Wednesday. So we're recording this Monday, so that'll be Wednesday, 2 days' time, and then Friday this episode will come out, so we'll know.
Where did the
In a couple of
Ham
days.
Dogs start last game?
Centre.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's going back to the centres?
Yep.
Feels wasted.
Is he pretty small for a centre?
No, he's big. He's
He
pretty
looked a bit
big.
slender. Like,
No, they reckon he's really strong too and fast and yeah. They giving him shit the other day. He had a like a man bag from Gucci. This is Hammer.
yeah.
And then his jeans were down a bit and they could see the Alpha boxes and they're like
With
going,
Kmart.
yeah, just came up
Gucci
boxes,
bag
but
with
carrying a
Kmart
Gucci
boxes.
bag or something, yeah. I went, geez, I got nothing
very
else to
good.
report on. So hopefully Queensland win it in 2.
that'd be good.
Because it just relieves all the stress in the whole state, just breathes a sigh of relief. And so will I. The other thing was Afghanistan beat Australia
Oh, really? In the
in
cricket-
T20.
in the
Did
cricket
they?
eagle?
Yeah.
In a pool game?
But
Or
no, it's in the
into-
8s now. So we got a chance of missing the semi-finals.
Oh,
So there's only
what
8
happens-
teams left. Yeah.
So what happens in the 8s? Do you not sudden death or what?
I don't know. But yeah, to get to the top 4,
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. But if Afghan beat, unless it's the last round game or something.
We could look it up, but we're not going to.
No, I'm not going
We
to.
don't
So,
look
but
at
just
it.
first time ever,
Wow.
Afghanistan beat Australia.
cool.
Yeah,
It's huge.
So there you go.
Now I got one more.
Yeah.
The Travellers was on the last 4 days, which is the golf tournament after the US Open.
Oh yes,
Did you see what happened in the final round today?
on the 18th.
On the 18th hole. So Tom Kim, who was a 20-year-old at the start of the tournament, turned 21 during the tournament.
Yeah.
Young kid. He went up against Scotty Scheffler, who was one shot down with the 18th hole to play in the last round.
Yep.
And he landed the ball an inch from the hole, sucked it back, so he had a 2-metre part, but he nearly dunked this thing.
Yeah.
Scheffler made par, and Tom Kim had to knock this putt in for birdie to go to a playoff.
Yep.
And he knocked it in and
Yep.
went to a playoff with the number 1 in the world. But just before they both putted,
Yep.
5 protesters ran out of the crowd onto the green and let off flares and powder guns and all
Paint
kinds
and
of
that,
shit,
yeah.
paint all over the
Protesting
green.
what?
And
Climate.
they didn't. Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was
because they
climate.
didn't talk
Protesting the
about
climate.
Climate change.
protesting
Didn't like the
for
climate.
climate change. They didn't-
It's a bit hot. It's a bit hot.
it had been quite rainy.
So they filled it with CFCs from there.
They
They're flare things.
They didn't talk about on the coverage who the protesters were, which I think they do that deliberately to
give them
not
airtime.
give them the airtime, so to deter.
Oh,
other
yeah,
people
I'm
from
pretty
doing
sure
it.
it was climate change
Yeah.
protests. Yeah.
So they spend ages clearing the green. Then for the playoff, they wanted to use the 18th hole again because the crowd was there,
Oh yeah.
but they couldn't get all this shit off the green, so they ended up moving the hole to the other side of the green.
Oh, did they?
So that they could play again, and then Scotty Scheffler beat him
Won
in
it.
the playoff.
Yeah.
It was golf's had some
Interesting.
shit
Yeah.
happen this year.
Well, they're protesting at golf. That's weird. So
Anything where
It's
you
getting
get your
sexy,
face on
golf,
the
I'll tell you.
Just quickly on the US again. Sorry, but apparently Biden and Trump are going to have a debate.
That'd be funny.
Is
Is it just down to those two?
Biden can barely speak.
Well, that's
Surely it's not.
They just need to choose a sensible person in one of those.
I know
parties.
we've
And
talked
others
about
will-
it before, but I went, why are they debating? Are they the only two candidates?
Yeah.
They haven't had a sensible
No.
They haven't had a sensible president since Obama.
Yeah.
Like they're not known for
Anyway,
sensible
I just saw that
presidents.
and I went, oh, they're having a debate. Is that the only?
Biden
Is it down to
can't-
those two?
Get through
Surely.
any public thing without. Did you
Why
see the
wouldn't
other
they
one
choose
where,
another
the other
candidate?
day where the French Prime Minister had to turn him round because he'd wandered off the wrong way? She had to turn him round and walk him back.
Where's my ice cream?
Why would they not? Why would they not just choose
That's
a
weird,
sensible
isn't it?
person
Yeah.
to?
Yeah, I get that they go for maturity, but it's someone who's like 50, not like 90. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Wow.
Wild.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, you were going to say. Sorry.
I don't know what I was going to say.
Oh, you don't know?
It was something about the golf. Doesn't matter. It was
Oh.
probably not great.
Protesters. Yeah. Weird. Anyway, now you've got something about. He was
Oh,
banging
yeah.
on about doing more things, so I went, fuck
And
it,
he
let's
did
go
it. To his
camping.
credit, he
Just
did
put
it.
it out
You
there.
organ-
You
No,
said
you
it's-
did it. Sorry.
I organised it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
well,
was
I
going to
did
be
it.
up in arms if he didn't make it happen. I didn't make it happen. I'd shit on.
No.
But Scott's been banging on about we need to do more things. And I agree. I
Yep.
do want to do more things. Like you and I used to do a trip away once a year. We haven't done that for a long time, thanks COVID. But Scott and I had an idea a very long time ago that I reckon it might be time to bring it out.
Right.
And that is we invented a person, a fake person.
Steve-O!
His name was Steve-O.
Right.
And we invented this fake person so that we could
Yeah.
have to go to Steve-O's events. Like, Steve-O, did you hear Steve-O's getting married? Oh, yeah, he popped the question, he's getting married. So we got his Bucks party coming up.
Yeah.
Then
So
we
we
got the
go-
wedding.
And the way.
And then we got the wedding.
Then the divorce party.
Yeah, bloody Steve-O split the sheet, so we've got to get around him. So is this time for us to actually execute?
reckon.
Plan
There's a movie
Steve-O?
about it now. John
still-
Cena
We
is
could
in it.
have
Yeah.
another one.
It's
This is
yeah.
internet banking. security all over again, Scott.
Yeah.
When you invented that.
Yeah, Steve-O. Yeah. I'm
So,
down with
should
it.
we get it off the ground and start with Steve-O's... I don't know, we've got to start at the beginning.
Bar mitzvah.
I think that's in the movie.
Is it?
I think it is, yes.
Yeah.
And John Cena has to circumcise the kid.
Yeah, okay.
Is that a bar? Oh, there was a circumcision ceremony anyway. So
That's a bris.
yeah,
Oh, that's a bris.
The
yeah.
bar mitzvah is when they're coming of age,
Oh,
when
of course.
they become an
Yeah.
adult.
Ah,
So I think
true.
they're like
Yeah, so we'll start at the
15 or
bris. And then we'll get to the...
All right, this weekend, Steve-O's bris.
Is a mature age bris.
I did that and I used it for a fan belt on a train.
Just don't make eye contact.
No eye contact at a bris.
That's it, yes. All right,
Jerry Seinfeld is in Australia.
Oh, yeah?
he's copping it too.
He's absolutely copying it on
Copying it for what?
stage. Because he's Jewish.
Palestine,
Yeah, the
all that stuff.
I'm not
whole
following
Israel
that.
thing.
I don't know much about it either. Yeah.
But
So
he's
what's
a
it going to do
crank.
with him? He didn't start any
That's what he
wars.
said. His response was awesome because this is the perfect time to bring it up at a comedy show. Like,
Yeah.
you've got all the people here who can solve this.
Did you hear the other thing? The other thing he said was, the ironic part of this is you've all just given more money to a Jew by being here, and then they
paid
got
to
escorted
come
out.
see a show.
But he's a cranky man at the best of times.
Yeah.
I've seen him in some cranky interviews. He's been doing pretty well. They're catching him outside his hotel when he's going for a walk.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you can tell he's on a knife edge. Of
It's
just
getting close.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it'd be hard, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just yeah. All right. Now, what the fuck's WTF? I've got a quick one here. I'm going to read it out to you because I wouldn't remember it if I didn't read it out. Okay, you ready? What the fuck's?
Yes,
Dun,
I'm...
dun, dun.
Wait, hold on.
Yep.
Yeah, now I'm ready.
Okay. A group of surprise drivers had their morning commutes interrupted by a 6-foot emu in the middle of the road.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So Lonnie Mobley said she was driving her kids to school just after 8 a.m. Wednesday when she came across the large flightless bird in the middle of a highway near De Winton,
To winter.
Where's that?
Canada.
Oh, emus have made their way to Cano.
Yep.
How do you
Alberta.
smuggle an emu?
I don't know. That's
Into Canada.
what the
Is
fuck.
everyone confused? Like,
Because
the
imagine
actual...
her driving along in Canada.
What's the explanation?
I don't know. They took it to
Was she on
RSPCA
acid?
place or something to hold animals.
So she wasn't on acid or something.
There was like 6 of them wrangling it. They got it in a trailer and they took it to like a vet or something.
So it go as an egg, got over as an egg, and then it...
I don't know. Can you import them as pets?
Does it take 6
Can we check?
people
Can
to
we
wrangle
Google
an
that,
emu?
mate? Is that all right?
Maybe
Can we?
it's
Can you?
escaped... We should do more live Googling on this show.
What, look, you've just stated that we don't look shit up.
Yeah.
Would it take 6 people to wrangle an emu? Like
reckon
Scott
I-
can beat up a dingo.
Yeah, okay, actually, that's a good little segue.
Oh, I don't know if you want to
You know how you
hijack.
guys don't reckon I could take a dingo? And I could.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I'll
don't
fight
reckon.
to the
50-50 on that.
I
don't
would
know.
fight
Yeah.
to the... If it's a fight to the death,
Yeah.
I'm sacrificing a limb, like I'm letting it latch onto the arm, and once it's done that, I'm on top of that thing, crushing its neck. Like, as long as I protect my neck, which I will with my arms,
Right.
it's latch on, and then as long as I don't have any mates
Yeah.
around,
Yeah.
then I will win that battle.
No,
Yeah.
I guarantee
Well,
you. So
yeah.
anyway, so my
Dingo
son...
1,
You'd be in it-
Scott 0.
Guess what I've got here? This is actually a really good segue. So Lucas come home from school
Yeah.
last week
Don't wreck
With-
the segue by talking about the segue.
with this. I'm not sure if you can see that there. So it's a little painting that he did. It was like they had to do like an indigenous theme painting.
Yeah.
Okay,
Excellent.
Dingo
and it's like
fighting
interpretive. So that's me. That green.
Right. Yep.
He can actually draw better than this, but it's meant to be abstract. So
Yeah, yeah.
You know that.
It looks like a cactus because you're a prick.
Yeah. So that's me there.
Yes.
That is, I can't remember what this stuff is. That's a lizard, but these are dingoes,
Right.
and it's called My Dad, the Dingo Slayer.
Oh,
This is a draw. Honestly,
That is very abstract.
this is a drawing of me beating the shit out of some dingoes.
of a protected species.
It does look like red blood there.
Yeah, it does. There's blood there. Yeah.
So I've never been prouder. I've ordered a custom frame online.
That's
'cause it's
awesome.
a custom size.
And then you put a little plaque down the bottom with the
My
name of
Dad,
it.
Dingo Slayer.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, I suggested the name.
I thought, yeah. I saw you look in the back and I went, there's nothing there.
What did he actually roll
Oh,
in the back?
it just says his name in the class. But he did
Yeah.
the rest. He's come
You
up with that.
suggested the
Yeah.
name.
Yeah. Can I go with another one?
Fucking narcissistic prick.
It's been a really good week for me.
Oh,
Right.
here we go. What's this?
So you know
More
how
accolades for Dad?
yeah, accolades. Yeah, you know how I put a lot of work into trying to impress my kids'
friends. Yep.
A
Yep.
lot of effort. It's backfired in some cases. Remember
Yeah.
I called a try hard that time.
Yeah.
Which was
My
right.
dad's got a
I
real.
was trying
My
really
dad's
hard.
got a real.
Yeah, my dad's got a real chainsaw. Yeah,
chainsaw.
that one. But this is one of, and we don't actually know who wrote this, but this is, again, Lucas, the same class, grade 4. They had to do something at the end of term where they write a card to each other. So
Right.
they all sign the card, I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, yeah, to Lucas, have a cheerful holiday. Happy holidays, Lucas. And then this one, and we don't know who wrote this,
Right.
they said, happy holidays, your dad is cool.
Oh my God!
That's amazing.
Isn't that great?
It's
That's
all,
like
it's all been worth it.
You can retire now.
Yeah.
I've got something to tell you.
You didn't do it, did you?
I wrote that.
Bullshit.
I didn't really. I didn't really.
So,
That's really good.
There's a kid in his class who's been inspired by my coolness.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've-
You got to track that kid down.
yeah.
Excellent. Oh, how'd you go?
You can import emus into Canada, but you need the appropriate permit and paperwork. So
Right.
it could be one.
Yep.
You do see
So
a
a
lot
farmer
of,
might have had one that got out or something.
yeah, but it's a weird pet. You do see a lot of cockatoos and Australian birds
Yep.
on YouTube and stuff. People keep them over there, but yeah, emu's a weird one.
Well, I saw another video of a guy in England, and he was filming, and he come across some kookaburras. So they were, and he said, "These are the Australian native kookaburras in a tree, like living wild."
Just living wild. Oh, well.
Yeah, and they found
They can
wallabies,
fly.
wallabies over there as well.
Actually, isn't there?
Yeah, in the bush.
Isn't there some movies over there where they talk a lot about emu farms in North America somewhere? Like, I think it's quite common that they've got emu farms over there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've heard them talk about it in some movie.
Yeah,
So
We
maybe
don't-
just
we-
escaped
There's so much stuff we
emu.
don't know. We're making shit up.
yeah, but just to see, it showed wallabies in England and kookaburras. It's like,
I
how'd they get
reckon-
there?
And
you
so
know?
maybe the stablemate can answer this, but I reckon one of the most frustrating things in life would be being a listener of this podcast and knowing something about the topic we're talking about,
Yeah.
and hearing us try to work it out. and like,
That's why they got to get in touch.
Yeah, get in touch.
Yeah, yeah,
cut-
send
you,
it in.
You got carved up for something on
oh, the
in the
Mpemba effect.
YouTube comments for
The
the
Mpemba
that
effect.
the other day.
I prefaced it all with I don't know. Like, I think it was right. I think it's still right, isn't it? The Mpemba effect. That's a thing.
Yeah, it's correct.
Yeah.
Apart from that guy who thinks it's very incorrect.
Yeah, so I think he's wrong.
That valued stablemate.
That I got.
But get back to us. We won't talk about you like that. Please give us.
Oh,
that
we love
feedback.
everyone. The someone mentioned to me, you know how there was a question on who you would like to represent if aliens came and you had to pick one person.
I said Hugh
Did we
Jackman.
say
Yeah,
like,
Steve Irwin and Barack Obama or something. Someone had a crack at me saying, "Oh, I know you should never mention any females."
Oh, yeah. Why didn't we do that?
Send her in. She'll know how to sort it out.
On that thing.
Yes.
Sit on that thing.
Didn't Hugh Jackman
big
do something
alien
bad
cock.
this week too? Because I was watching the news and I was listening to the news and
Oh.
Hugh Jackman was in trouble for something. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, the timing on that couldn't have
Yeah.
been worse.
Yeah, well, okay. That's. Do you want to talk about that now? We might as well. You brought it up.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Hawk
Like,
Tuah, guy.
is this going to be obvious? So, do we need to explain it, or is everyone?
I think everyone
Let's
knows.
leave it. Let's leave it for now because one of the stablemates has written. a
Oh,
Oh,
question in
yeah.
later,
Sorry. Yep.
Which
Yep.
we'll address
Okay,
it. So
cool.
we'll
Yeah.
get
We'll address
into
it
it.
then.
And you've got a I've got a for fuck's sake as well.
Yep.
Now, I don't have to read this as well. This is my for fuck's sake. Right?
Okay.
You ready? This is to do with the Olympics. Have you heard any about the Paris Olympics and that?
Is that this year?
Yeah, it's in
Yeah.
very soon.
Couple of
How's
months.
The Parisians have threatened to poo in the River Seine today in a protest ahead of the Olympics.
You're going to poo in the
Protesting
river.
what?
They're gonna-
The climate.
No.
Yeah.
Not happy with the climate.
People angry at the expense of cleaning up the river have rallied under the hashtag I shit in the Seine on 23rd of June.
So what's the problem?
So the Olympics have said that I think the safety part of the river, the main river there, And it's brown. When I first saw it in person, I was like, "Fuck, that's brown."
Like the Brisbane River, or
Oh,
don't
yeah.
get much browner than the Brisbane
Yeah,
River.
but it's just more noticeable. I know, I'm used to the Brisbane River. But I think they're holding the triathlon or something, and the swimmers go in but they've tested the water, and it's not up to standards. So that you could swallow a big Bondi cigar or something. Yeah, Chiquito, yeah.
Choke on a nappy.
Yeah, like barley. Oh, that was gross.
Just Band-Aids flying into your mouth.
Yeah. You get up in a wave and a nappies on your face in barley. Fuck. Anyway.
Good for the spine, though.
And so these people are protesting because they're spending all this money trying to clean the river up.
Yeah,
they're not
that's good.
spending the money on the other social problems they've got, like homelessness and all that kind of stuff.
But you still want the clean river, don't you, as well?
But I'd love to see a news report of like 1,000 people going down to the edge of the river, dropping stride, and all like shitting at the same time.
At the same time.
At the end of the river.
Spectacular. It'd be majestic.
Yeah, it would be.
That's an art installation.
Yes. And here comes France. Boom.
Yeah, I've got a question about the Olympics. You know the athletes' village, how it's just like boarding, like it's just lots of rooms with lots of beds.
They get up to some stuff, don't they?
And there's lots of talk about the amount of condoms that are gone through in the athletes'
free
village
connies.
and all that shit. I got a question. America have stacked their basketball team for these Olympics, so LeBron, Steph Curry, Durant, like all their absolute superstars. Now these are people earning $70 million per year. Do they have to stay in the athletes' village? Like, do they have to sleep in these fucking dorm rooms like all the other
I thought
athletes?
you were going to ask if the French Olympics had supplied extra large condoms.
for Shaq's dick.
Is Shaq commentating?
But do they have like
That's his security guard.
multi-millionaires who are used to these, 16-room 20 bathroom mansions have to stay in the athletes' village?
Maybe.
Isn't the whole point of the Olympics that it's not professional? Like it's again talking out my.
This is that conversation you and I have had many times.
Well, if it's not the pinnacle of the sport, it shouldn't be in the Olympics. Yeah,
because the golf's
conversation.
as
but
well.
I thought the Olympics were more for people who are not
amateurs with other jobs.
Who are more amateurs.
A plumber who is also quite a fast runner.
Yeah, stuff like that. Not like LeBron James.
Well, I don't think boxers can fight if they're professional.
Yeah, like I think it's meant to be an amateur type thing. Like anyone, like equal playing field. It's not. Yeah,
Mate, there'll be a loophole there for the basketball.
Yeah, you reckon they'll be allowed to stay at the fucking Ritz and then come down and play some basketball?
Maybe, but maybe they want to experience that as part of the team.
No, they won't.
They fucking won't. Fair enough. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Can't believe you said extra large condoms.
No, extra large.
Again, we said this on a previous episode, repeated content, but if you haven't looked up the Adam Sandler Shaq's dick joke, do yourself a favour. It is one of the best jokes of all time.
Great.
Yeah. Right.
I was just trying to think if I try to tackle climate change right now.
No. No.
Wait to hear Ben's for fuck's sake.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, mine's a real simple one.
Yeah.
I'll do a little bit of setup, I suppose. We recently moved house.
Yep.
And we recently moved office at work. Both conveniently next to a bus stop.
Right.
So my transit now is spectacular.
Door to door.
Walk out my front door,
Door
hop
to
on the
door.
bus, go straight to the office door. Anyway,
Awesome.
That's worked.
Your TTB would be reduced.
it's quite
Time to beer.
Yeah, that's quite small.
B2B as well.
B2B, yeah.
Yeah.
My for fuck's sake is what is with bus drivers caring about people paying their fares or not?
What's with it?
Yeah, like I understand it's probably linked to a metric, with their bus
Their
driver
KPI.
with their KPI, bus driving KPI.
Yeah.
This morning I saw 2 people get kicked off the bus, where the bus driver stood up and said, "Oi, you," and yelled at him to get off the bus.
I think it's about respect.
You know what I mean?
I think it's a principle and respect.
They hadn't paid.
This is my point. Yeah, so they'll tap you got a go card, right? So you tap it. Sometimes it runs out of money. You tap it, and you just go to your phone. You top it up.
Yeah.
They'll tap it. It'll go, low funds. And like the guy this morning's like, "You'll get a $200 fine." Blah blah blah. He's like, "I've got to go to work, mate." If I get fired from going to work, it's worth more than this. Anyway, my point is, why are they so personally invested in it? I just don't understand.
Do they feel like their wage is paid by this? Like you're not tapping, and I'm paid to drive this
I
bus.
don't
Is
know.
that it?
But then again, I live right on the bus line, and they'll drive that bus empty until midnight,
Yeah.
Yeah, because
7 days a week,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and everybody
right.
in there is a taxpayer. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I reckon it's
Maybe it's KPI.
Nah, I reckon
You
it's
had-
more fundamental, like right and wrong. I think it's
Maybe.
like, I'm here. I don't want to be here.
That could be it, yeah.
How do you know they don't want to
No,
be
some
there?
people,
They might-
but,
I
like,
love
a
their
lot of
job,
people
mate.
don't like their
The
job.
thing is,
Like, they don't have to. Not doing it on a weekend when they don't have to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be.
It's like my
Driving the bus.
favourite teacher that's now the
Yeah,
bus
we call-
driver.
yeah. And I think it's just like you fucking tap that thing. Eh? You just like you tap on that thing.
Yeah, mate, that's-
Oh no!
Oh, tap on that thing.
like the,
Wow, tap on that thing.
Oh
the
no!
one this morning, the girl would have been like 16. It was dark, and
Yeah.
she hopped on, and the bus driver kicked her off
Oh.
and said, "You're not coming on here."
I do find I don't want to
Wow.
tar them all with the same brush, but there's
Tar away.
a higher percentage of bitter people
I think
Say it.
in the
Say
bus
it.
driving community. There's some lovely ones as
They,
well.
they might be listening to the
Yeah.
potty now.
And I have
Hi.
actually experienced some like people like I've had a very. I just want to make this clear.
Yeah.
I've had great experiences with a lot of bus drivers who've let me on when I didn't have money, or let my children on and they
Yep.
didn't have money,
That's right.
or whatever. Great.
Yeah.
But percentage-wise, we're just talking statistically. All right. I've had more negative experiences as well with bitter people.
yeah, like they're still getting paid. What do you care?
Yeah.
Did we get around with that? Remember high school? You remember I'm not sure if she's a stablemate, but you remember Trish?
Yeah,
the bus driver
Trish. Oh, the fact that I remember the name Trish
from high
that's
school,
why.
like just screaming at us.
She was so fucking angry. Like, we were
Wow.
wankers. We were throwing, like, I remember people taking someone's shoe off and chucking it out the window and all kinds
Yeah.
of shit.
Is that why? Are they retired school bus drivers? Is that what's happened?
Maybe. Why wouldn't you start at council level rather than, you don't
Yeah.
want to deal with school kids?
I
Fuck
wouldn't.
that.
I don't
Oh,
mind
yeah.
the idea of a driving job, but I don't know if I want a bus driving job. Like it's hard. That it's difficult.
Yeah.
The vehicle is large.
Huge.
The turning circle's fucked.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
general public.
Yeah, all that. Then you got to interface with multiple people. I'd love to drive a courier. I know you like a courier job as well. Like
That's
driving
my-
a courier in my own control. You know, whatever. That's fine.
That's
but-
my
Hello.
fallback job if I've had a bad day at work. It's just, fuck this, I'm just going to buy a courier route.
Yeah.
And then Amazon will fuck me.
All right.
Now, I've got a quick one. This isn't that amusing, but billweasel.com. We haven't got that URL.
Yeah, someone register it.
Yeah, maybe I should
No,
register.
you
it.
register it before you. Yeah, before this goes to air.
We've got a new case that's open,
Right.
so I'm going to keep you updated.
Cool.
But I mentioned at the start of things that my daughter went to hospital. I am now.
So you're going to sue the people who helped
So we took her
stitch
to
her back.
private hospital
Yep.
first because we've got public.
Clubwares, they call
We got
that.
private health insurance. Must be nice. All that shit
Yeah.
that Scott's about to say.
Yeah.
Said GP said appendicitis and rush her to hospital. They took us in and they got us all set up and they started doing tests. They did an ultrasound. They did blood tests, all that shit.
You got
Yeah.
it.
And then they said, "Yep, correct. Appendicitis. Definitely needs surgery." Then they said, "We don't have a pediatric team here. You have to go to the public hospital," and they shipped us off. They didn't put her in an ambulance and transfer her. They just said,
Chopper?
"Nah, just drive her over there."
That's fucking shit.
Now- Then they sent us. So we went to the public hospital where the ultrasound and the blood test, that all could have been done there, all in one place right at the start.
Yep.
Then they sent us a bill for $1,000 for all that. So I'm now, billweasel.com has been
Yeah.
brought into things.
Yep.
And I'm going to try. I today started the process
Excellent.
of trying to weasel out of that $1,000.
I would
So
too,
I'll
because
keep
that's
you all
shit.
updated.
Yeah. That's
What the
shit.
fuck do you have? Here's a for fuck's sake. What the fuck do we have private health for?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Because
no. Private health.
when
is not.
when I had my kids,
Yep.
we used it heaps. Now since then, I worked out we've spent $65,000 on private health
You're not-
since then,
Yeah.
and I don't reckon I've used
You're
it.
not getting ROI on private health unless some bad shit happens. So you could either hope that the bad shit happens, or you can just put a smile on your face and chuck the money into the hole.
Well, there's two. I reckon there's two reasons you have private health cover. One is if something really major happens,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
the other is if something not great happens, but you want speedy service.
yeah.
So I had to
guess.
watch my daughter sit in the fucking public health system for 2 days in screaming agony on a fucking surgery list, getting bumped over and over again.
Yeah,
And
that's
the
shit.
idea of paying for private health insurance is you just get straight
Yeah.
through.
There's something else. I can't know how it works exactly. The Medicare levy. So you're also saving
tax.
money on the Medicare levy
Yeah.
if you pay for private. But no, it's not a good.
No,
It's not.
Doesn't
It's
work
not
out
like
the same.
like when you look when you weigh it up and you go, I'll get private health because then I can get my physio for free and it's going to be awesome and all that.
I don't
It's-
use
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I got so many
it's
things a
shit.
physio could fix.
Well, even if you-
like
even
I
if
got
you-
fucking arm problems that I'm using as my
Nah.
golf excuse.
Even if you do, even if you do use it for the physio or whatever, like the gap part,
Yeah.
it's such a small amount you get back because they
Yeah.
all know everyone's got private health.
Yeah.
So their prices has gone up.
Yeah,
That's-
everything's, it's bullshit.
well, I just got my $8,000 on braces for Cam.
Oh,
Cam needs
Nothing
braces.
from private health. Not one fucking cent.
What about
from
the
dental
private
plan?
health. Hey,
What about the dental plan?
Lisa needs braces.
Cam needs braces. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our Simpsons stable mates.
I will say that's the only thing we do get is something.
when I had what was it? Hernia surgery, double hernia, yeah, and that was Wesley, I think.
Yeah.
And I said, "Yep, private room, do the thing, paid your private
Spin
health,
on
all that thing, yeah, private room and that." And I go in there and said, "Oh no, it's full. You got to be in this room
Yeah,
with
with-
6 other cats."
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, and then I couldn't sleep. There was a guy come out of surgery. He's on his phone yelling,
Yeah.
on his
I
mobile
remember you
phone
told me.
yelling, and I'm like, anyway, there was an old coot opposite me. And about 2, I finally got to sleep. This other dickhead on the phone was snoring like a fucking banshee. And I'm like, fucking tip. And I'm thinking, private health,
Yeah.
private room.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Anyway, about 2 or 3 in the morning, these fucking alarms start going off. And then all the nurses come in and get around this old guy. And then I'm going to beep.
Oh,
Dead.
That could have been you.
I know.
and are you upset that the noise, the beeping, woke you up?
and the clear. I'm like, trying to sleep over here.
All the noisy crying afterwards.
I'm watching Series 6 of Survivor in here.
And then the next morning I had to have a shower. And I had the thing in there for a quick...
Cannula.
Is that what it's called? And then they put the drugs in real
The
quick.
IV, yeah.
So I'm having a shower, and I knocked it out, and I'm just like Spider-Man, but with the blood. I was like going, I'm holding it. It was going like this, and I said, I was trying to cover myself, do this, because I was naked, and I'm trying to, and the nurse goes, seen one, you've seen them all. I went, right.
Oh, I haven't seen one like that.
Yes. She said, no, I only had 2 hernias.
Adam Sandler should do a joke about that thing.
Yeah, it's a private health. Anyway.
You gotta stop saying that.
It's like, why do hippopotamuses have sex underwater? How else do you get a 2-ton vagina wet?
Oh, fuck.
I don't know how my mind works, but there you go.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, anyway, so we're up to...
Anyway, moral of the story is
Yes,
I'll
yeah.
keep you updated. It could
Bill
be
Weasel,
a second
yeah.
win.
Get out of it.
Bill
I
Weasel.
think
I
it's-
did speak to a lady today, and she said,
Private health insurance, I think it's like any insurance where you're never going to get good value out of that thing, unless, sorry,
Stop it.
unless something fucked happens. Like when you do your home and contents or whatever, like I always try to just go minimum cover. I don't
Yeah.
need all the extra crap because I'll pay for that because by the time the extra premiums that I would have paid to get that stuff, I would have paid for it 10 times over.
Yeah.
I'll just
Do you
pay
know-
if that happens,
Do you know what shits me off the most about insurance, though? Kind of like what Leggy just said, but the negatives, because you're essentially throwing money down a fucking salt mine with all insurance because you're unlikely to use it and it's only just there if you need it. The negatives that come with actually using it are what's infuriating. With your car insurance.
Yeah.
Okay, so something's finally happened. I need to use it. We had that thing happen on...
Thing.
we
I knew that was coming.
had that thing happen on Fraser Island, and I had to use my insurance.
Yep.
And it was I don't know, $1,600 damage or something like that.
Yeah.
But then my premiums go up
Yeah, I know.
for,
When you-
for the next 5 years
Yeah.
because
Oh, well,
I've
yeah.
used it.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that just be my time to have a win because 99%
No,
of
you're
the time
risky now.
those pricks have a win?
You're risky.
Yeah.
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 You're the sort of guy who goes
I
to Fraser
didn't
Island.
I didn't put the full cartons of beer in the fucking esky on the roof. I'm not the one who over they were rated for 80 kilos or something, and you fuckers loaded it up.
This wasn't... You weren't bringing 4 home, were you?
What beer?
Yeah, 4 cartons of beer home.
I don't know. There was something heavy in the esky on the roof.
Jesus.
It wasn't beer. It was just we loaded the
right.
esky on the roof and then loaded it full of shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right. So, shit dad.
Yeah.
Yes, you got a shit
Did I
dad?
say I had one?
Yeah.
you wrote it up there.
Yeah. This isn't even that funny.
Let's do it then.
Let's do it.
Okay, all this is how my brain works. When I go, oh, add that to the horse list. This is
Like that, walking through a pub. Add walking through a pub to the horse list.
Is that one?
You said that. We were walking through a pub once, and I heard you just get your phone out and go, add walking through a pub to the horse list.
Yeah. I don't know. So Zach, we got this mega pack of twisties. You know, like the party.
Party pack? Yeah.
Yeah. And we had it up there in the pantry. I try to put it nice and high so the kids don't see it. They always bloody find it.
They sniff them out. Yeah.
And then up even higher, I found a bowl of the twisties just out in the open air.
Right.
I was like, who's done that? And then I said to Zach, "Is this yours?" And he was. This is really not funny. So just don't get your.
Anything else you say on the podcast is?
Yeah, and he said no and moved on, and then that was it.
No.
He said, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I put that up there 2 days ago. And then I said, all right, we'll eat them. You know, he's like, no, they're stale now. And then I said, no.
You fucking eat them.
It's like if I find you a cicigarette, you're smoking the whole pack. So I sat him down and I said, you're eating every twisty. Oh, maybe this funny. It's great. Yeah. And then I said, you smoke the whole pack. And then
Fucking hell.
I can't.
That's gold.
Not that funny. I don't know what he's laughing at.
No, it's good. I like it.
and then I tried to give him some beer on the weekend as well, and he wouldn't have a bar of it.
Really? Oh, so you could
Oh, I don't know. I was just like, come
jam
on.
it down his throat.
Yeah, like I just was at the
Is
neighbour's
that a
house.
different thing? Like I remember when I was a young teenager, or even younger, my dad would be cooking the barbie, and I'd be like, "Can I have a
Sipping my
sip of your
beer,
beer,
yeah.
Dad?" "Yeah, go on, have a sip. Don't tell your mother.
Yeah, that's it.
Have
yeah.
a sip." But they don't seem to.
Yeah, I poured it into a little cup for him at the little gathering we were at, and I said, "Hey, how you having this?" And he's like, "No, I don't want it." Yeah, so yeah. But I don't think. See, I think the youth of today. Like I was talking to this fellow who's, I don't know, he's first year uni. I think we talked about it, so repeated content warning. But
Oh, Zach's having nose beers, is he?
no, he's not having that I know of. But this other guy, first year uni, was helping with some garden work.
The guy that you paid with Kraken.
No, I paid him the fee agreed, as well as some extra Kraken rum.
Yeah.
Because he said he liked it. Because he was like, I don't like beer. And I don't think they put in the work in these days, these kids,
No.
to like beer. Remember how we had to work for that?
Yeah.
Like 14, 15.
Funny.
You just like, you
between
jam
the two of us,
you
we're,
just-
we're disgusted that the youth of today doesn't seem to want to be an alcoholic.
like the
We want them to follow in our footsteps and just be a fucking
yeah,
alcoholic.
like the first 100 beers you have, you're not really loving them.
No, you're not.
But you,
No.
we
You gotta
put
work
the
it.
work in, and look
Yeah.
where we are now.
Yeah.
If I got a 500 milliliter,
Yeah.
Following our
They're
wobbling
going-
footsteps.
they're going straight to the alcopops now. And probably the nose beers. I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's been a report of saying that the younger generation are not drinking as much. And
Yeah,
they're-
but what are they doing instead?
They
That's
also
right.
can't afford
That's
it.
why I'm trying.
I mentioned the other day.
Well, they get the nose beers. They can afford that.
Yeah, without the hangover.
Do
See?
you remember when we were like 18, we used to go out for dollar drinks night?
Oh, yeah, 50
Like, we'd
cent,
take-
remember? 50 cent.
Yeah,
at the
we'd
heat.
get 50-cent basic spirits in happy hour and stuff.
Yeah.
I got them to line up 12 and give me 4 straws. And I drank 4.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And the bartender said, technically I'm not allowed to do this, but I want to see it.
Brilliant.
But we used to have dollar drinks, but you used to go out and it cost you $50 for a night out.
Which
And
seemed
then-
like a lot.
Well, bit of food,
Yeah.
all that stuff. But now, I don't know how they do it. As an 18-year-old, like I went out with my cousins a few weeks ago, went home at 1 o'clock. I spent like $250.
I actually
Yeah.
find it funny that I will, like, people do it. Like, every time we go, it's like, I caught that. That's
Oh,
fine.
no, I just saw it. That's very good.
But you go out and it's like, okay, I'll have 2 beers, please. It's $25.
Yeah.
And then we all complain about it, but then we just keep doing it.
Keep doing it, yeah.
Why are we doing it?
Yes. Maybe not in July.
Dry July.
No, I am.
Ah, don't do that.
I wasn't. Here I was thinking, I'm not sure I want to
Bit of
say this
support.
on the podcast
Bit of
because then
support.
I'm committed to it. I sent Leggy a text the other day saying, I'm thinking about doing Dry July.
Yeah.
And then you get this cock out of me going, nah, I don't do that shit. At least I know I can bail out.
I'm thinking I might start now. So when
Well, after tonight.
we do the play the festival 27th of July,
Oh, you're
that'll
free.
be my
You're free to go.
yeah. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that night after we finish playing. Yeah,
I haven't decided.
and the
if I'm
fireworks
committing
are
to
on
it yet.
it. Yeah.
You can't decide
Okay.
what you're coming.
I haven't decided if I'm committing to it yet. To
Oh.
Dry July.
Oh, I thought
Are you coming to the festival? You don't know yet.
I don't know.
No. Okay.
We'll talk closer to
Yeah.
the event.
All right. So we're going to do Scoot's little life book,
Do you want a beer?
Life by Scott Maynard.
All right. Life by Scott Maynard.
All right.
Everyone knows what this is. Do you want to introduce it?
just
No, not you.
No.
Him. the host of the show.
Oh me. Oh no. No. Yeah. It's just yep.
This is life tips from Scott Maynard,
published book.
published book. Here we go. Keep painkillers in your car or wallet.
Oh yeah. I've got
Stand by that.
some. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always had that.
I actually don't mind that one.
Yeah, it's a good tip. And
Not
you bet
my
you don't do
wallet.
it.
I don't carry my wallet anymore.
Yeah, I do. I'm not ready to let go of the wallet.
Oh, I use your phone.
Well, I'm not going to just trust my phone. Like, what if your phone... Like, you see it happen. People go, oh, phone, it's not working.
Yeah.
I can't pay you. You know.
Yeah.
But I've got credit cards that I need, like, different credit cards. Sometimes I need to keep receipts. I got my ID. I know you can probably... There's a workaround for all this shit.
Yeah.
But just, I think
I'm old school
that
too.
I can
love
hold stuff in.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
It's great.
All right, and then the other page is
it. Here we go.
always ensure that your watch is either on time or fast, never slow.
That's
I do that.
That's fucking
that's
shit.
good.
That's fucking so shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these days, like a lot of your stuff is, like synced up with the internet.
Yeah.
So your phone and everything is right.
Always on top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but my Casio watch.
Yeah,
you can
Casio.
always- yeah.
Fantastic. How old's that watch?
This one's not too old. I got heaps. I got a drawer full of these.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Just in case they stop making them.
Yeah, and and I like to treat them mean, keep them keen, sort of thing. So
Right.
yeah, just with they're not like the band will snap sometimes,
Oh,
or
yeah,
like if I wear it, you're not meant to wear them in the hot shower. But it's like fuck, they're so cheap. I'll just wear it in the shower. I'll live my best life. Right, next, like
It's just, yeah. You got plenty. Now you've got you want to bring out a Dr. Carl book?
yes, actually,
yeah.
StableMate Carl, not
Right.
different to Dr. Carl, which he's also a stablemate, Dr. Carl, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Oh, definitely.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
I
have
haven't
to
checked the
be.
list, but I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure
it
he's
would
on
be.
there, yeah.
Most people are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people.
check on the not list.
Pretty sure the Hawk
Check
Tuah
on the
girls on there.
not list.
I'm pretty sure the Hawk Tuah girls on there too.
Get her on.
Spit on that thing. I think she's in demand, mate. I don't think we're getting her on
Yeah.
here.
Maybe in a couple of years we'll get her on.
Yep.
Once it's all settled down. So stablemate Carl got this for me.
Right.
Different Carl to the Dr. Carl. We covered that.
Yeah, we covered. Yeah.
So he got it for me because I like Dr. Carl, and I said to him, I said, I hope you didn't pay money. Like, I'll thank you for the gift, but like, I hope you didn't pay money. He said, no, I found it on Op Shop, and I think that's even better. Like, I think that he paid 50 cents for this is even better. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to read out. Oh shit, that's good actually. Coral Sex 101.
Wow.
So
Okay. A bit different than the
This isn't gonna be
hippopotamus.
like skin orgasms.
I don't know. This is
I've had
okay.
enough of this shit.
Okay, Coral Sex 101.
Right.
First, let's look at the sex patterns of these strange animals. So coral is an animal. Did you know that?
Yes.
I did
Yeah,
know that.
well, yeah, we all did. But okay,
You
coral,
just surprised yourself again that you.
Yeah.
Oh, I did know that. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay, first let's look at the sex patterns of these strange animals. Averaged across the world, about 71% of the coral species are genuine hermaphrodites.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Go fuck yourself.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow. This means
How
that
many paragraphs is this?
no, we'll just until it stops getting saucy. We'll,
This is like your 50 Shades of Grey.
yeah, it is. If the paragraph has hermaphrodites in it, we're reading it. All right. So
I don't find
This-
that word very saucy.
this means that each polyp has both male and female bits. Wow,
Yes.
chicka, wow, wow. But about 26% of coral species are either male or female. So they're just vanilla, like
Vanilla, yeah.
Missionary type corals.
just laying there doing nothing.
Starfish.
Coral.
Yeah.
Starfish.
Pillow princess.
Okay. They're either one or the other, but not both at the same time. In each colony, they are all of one sex. That leaves about 3% that either have mixed sex patterns and or they can swap sexes during their lives.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's more, but we'll maybe save that for next time. I'll just scan for keywords. No.
What's an example of a keyword? Hermaphrodite.
Yeah.
Hippopotamus.
Let's move on. Another amazing.
All right, now you've got another. While we're on you, you got a new segment. Key guess.
Yeah. So
Right,
I thought of a
key
great new
guess.
segment.
Now I saw
Okay.
this on the whiteboard earlier, and I said, "This isn't swinger related, is it?
No.
Like you're putting your keys in a bowl."
Well, after this, we'll have the StableMate questions. But yes,
So I reckon
go.
this could take off this segment. So,
Right.
Because I just saw your keys on the thing, and I thought what we
Right.
could do, take one of our keys
Yep.
anytime, and we've just got to. I'll just pick one of the keys from your key ring. And I've got to guess what it's for.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll pick that one.
Yep. All right.
Ben.
Remember when we
That's
started the podcast and we were like, what if we get like 3 or 4 episodes in and we've told all the stories?
We
and
ran out of ideas.
We ran out of ideas. Look,
Keep,
this is where we're at.
it's right there.
So key guess. So
Make sure you hold it up to the
okay,
camera.
camera. So this is this one on Leggy's key ring. So what I'm just gonna talk through my. Okay, so it's quite old. So look
Can
at
I
that.
see it
Dirty.
first so I can have some thinking time?
Bit dirty. Do you want to have a look at it?
I want to see. I want some thinking time.
Okay, so you have a look at it. So it's an interesting shape. That's not your standard Mitre 10 or Bunnings key shape. So that's come with something. It says Eurolocks on it. So I'm thinking something European or maybe something to do
A
with one of
lock?
those Europe bars. You know those like sesame bars.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, we didn't need a key.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I think it's come from something vehicle related. Okay, I'm getting warmer. Yeah, so you've got a vehicle, don't you?
Can
I
I
do,
say my
yeah.
thing early in case he ruins it for me?
Oh, caramel.
Do you know what it is?
No, I don't.
Okay, yeah.
I reckon it's the key to your roof racks.
Close. It's
Roof racks.
the pod on top of your roof racks. Thank you.
Yes, it
we
is.
can go. Yeah, he's got it.
It's the pod, yeah, for the pod.
It's the pod.
Have you
for the-
borrowed that pod before? You've borrowed that pod
No,
off you.
I might have.
I think you have.
Yeah, so
I think I have too.
episode 1 of Key Guess.
Well done. No, you got it right. Excellent. All right.
What a segment.
Wow.
Can't wait for the next one. What's this one? Oh, it's just the ignition.
What about that guy? Speaking of swingers, I had that guy working for me.
Speaking of swinging.
What?
Oh,
Speaking of
Oh,
what?
yeah, I know the one. Let's start with R. Yeah, his name was.
I can't remember his name, but yeah.
It was
And him and his wife were swingers.
Yeah.
And he told us that story about
Yeah,
they
he
met up
took
with
her to a swingers
another
club,
couple. Yeah.
and he immediately regretted it. I think they broke up pretty soon after.
I don't know, but
There was a
yeah.
carpet
He,
burn.
Yeah,
He
she
said
got carpet
he-
burn on her knee.
he lasted like 30 seconds with this chick, the other chick, and then this guy was in just railing his wife
Can we talk about this?
for like
We've said his
five
name.
and, 5.5 hours. And he's trying to make small talk on the balcony with this other girl. And he's
Small talk at the swingers club.
Oh, God.
Yeah, anyway, and
Yeah.
carpet burn, everything. Yeah, thanks for telling us that, mate. Yeah, never forget it. Anyway, StableMate questions. Let's move on to
we're
that.
doing that. What?
Yeah, wow.
Oh.
Yeah,
We'll move on because Scoot looks uncomfortable.
we can cut that out. We can just
See how
edit
much
that
of
out.
that remains.
No, I reckon
Maybe
that's
the
good.
name might be
Keep
beat there.
All right.
The title. You've
Well,
got the
let's-
title of the episode right there. Small talk at the swingers club.
Very good. Now we'll start with this one because we've already touched on it.
Oh, yes, of course.
So this is from stablemate Tim.
Timothy. Timbo.
Send in your stablemate questions. Be a part of the potty. We're going to talk about. Yeah, we'll give you a shout out, Timbo. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, Tim.
Timbo. Don't know who you are, but well done. What's your favourite piece of content that has gone viral?
Oh, yeah.
So we've been talking about the Hawk girl.
Hawk Tuah. Spit on that thing.
Poor girl lost her job as a teacher, apparently.
I think she's going to be
Wow.
alright.
That's fucking brutal.
I think
What?
she's going to be alright.
Think she'll be
This is
fine.
the start of her career.
Doing what?
Yeah. Spitting on
anything.
things.
If you, I think the fact that... So obviously everyone go look it up. Hawk Tuah. So how do you spell it?
I think everyone's seen it.
Hawk. Everyone's seen it.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen it, yeah.
But I reckon she's got the sort of personality where she can make something of this.
She's fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if she gets the right advice of how to capitalise on this, then the sky's the limit.
She'll be on Oprah. You get a new car. You get a new car.
You get spit on that thing. Spit on your thing. Spit on
So
your
what other pieces of viral content? I love Dodds. What was his name?
Anton
Dodds. Where there was a break and enter,
Yeah.
and someone had tried to rape one of his family members or something like that. He was like, "You are really dumb. You are dumb." And then the news
Lock up your husband.
lock up your husbands, lock up your wives, because they're raping everybody out here. I fucking love. I reckon that's one of my favourites.
Oh. I remember the guy who was in Australia, I think a current affair, or the news got on, and he was an old guy and he pretended to bark like a dog.
Oh, yeah.
You seen that
He's
one?
amazing. You see that
I
guy?
can't say that was. Yeah.
They just caught up with him again and he did it
So
again.
recently, yeah.
Yeah.
I like just waiting for a mate.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, he's good.
it's
I love
really
it.
Oh, he's
Just
drunk
waiting
in
for
the
a mate.
car or
He's
something.
drunk. Clinton, his name is.
Clinton.
He's just pretending. Like he's pulled over. He's like cars
He's maggot.
into an embankment, and the cops come, and they come up to his car. He's just sitting there, and they go, "Well, so what are you doing there?" He's just, just waiting for a mate." And then he just goes on with that.
It was New Zealand Police 10-7.
Which one?
Oh.
Police 10-7.
What's that one?
Police 10-7
yeah.
is the name of the show.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah,
on? Oh.
Police 10-7.
I think the other Kiwi one, which I love, is Neck Minute. I was just riding my scooter at the dairy.
Yeah, Robert Skinner,
Minute.
Dairy Neck Minute. I love how it's just something so innocuous.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
internet
and it just
grabs
goes,
it. Like this Hawk Tuah thing, it is, there would be heaps of answers to questions like that.
Yeah, but what
But
is it
they
that
have
makes
just
it?
latched onto this thing
Yeah.
and it's gone apeshit. There's songs being
Yeah.
made. It's very
How much
funny.
do you think of these viral things, and there's probably like hundreds more of them that we would recognise if we saw them, how much of them do you reckon are being manufactured?
Well,
I've heard a lot of them are.
Right.
Remember the Smash, Smash, Smash? What was his name?
smash. Yeah.
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 And
Well,
then
there was
there's
that.
Sweet Brown, the one with the fire, the Lord
Sweet
Jesus
Jesus.
Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
Like that's
That
the-
was great.
The other New Zealand one that's awesome. Have you seen the one where the policeman pulls a guy over for getting the pie out of the servo? And he goes, "Oh, that pie's been sitting there all day. That's thermonuclear. What do we do before we eat a pie? We blow on the pie." And like he just fully like latches into the guy.
Really?
Yeah, it's excellent. Yeah, so don't burn your mouth. Like he's pulling him over, like being real, like official.
Really?
Blow on the pie. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's great. It's very good. We'll probably link all these off on the website.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Very good. How many we got time for, Benji?
Another couple.
Righto. If you could change one rule in any sport, what would it be? This is StableMate Steph. Thanks for sending it in, Steph.
I think a punch in rugby league
Should be allowed.
should be allowed.
In Origin.
Yeah, well, not just in all of it. So, all in brawls aren't great.
Why is it?
But when you're just going toe to toe with some bloke and everyone just sort of stand back, okay, that's enough.
Why is
you
it
know?
that in sports like ice hockey, it is celebrated as a part of the game, but
Yeah.
then for other sports, it's just such a no-no?
Yeah,
I guess it's like, for hockey, it's an iconic part of the game. I guess you got to lean one way.
It was
or the-
iconic in Origin.
Yeah, but I think so. Rugby league and AFL have decided there's more merit in the rest of this game than it's worth risking our reputation.
Yeah, I
of,
guess so.
of getting
Yeah.
kids and families into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's a greater good that no, we want to spread this thing. Whereas I guess ice hockey, for some reason, it's
You're already going to lose teeth. You may
Well,
as well lose them this way
like
too.
fighting in AFL and rugby league was never like a major part of the game. It was like happened sometimes and it was cool when it happened.
Yeah.
Whereas ice hockey, I think it's
Except
actually
for Origin.
a major. Yeah,
Maybe
Origin
that's
is great.
why, because it was iconic in Origin.
Yeah.
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 What about here's one I thought of in your sport.
Yes, I know.
No offside in soccer. Would that get
It would
more
change the game.
goals?
That would have changed the game massively.
Would it more goals, more
I don't
exciting?
like it.
No, I like offside, and I'm happy with it, particularly now there's more technology, all that sort of stuff. I hate offside at our level when we haven't got linesmen.
Oh yeah.
As a defender, I'm like, I've just stepped up at the right time to get you offside, and then
They miss
it's
it.
really down to the ref, the centre ref.
Aye.
If I reckon the rule in soccer that I would change is the penalty rule, because the big box.
Accidental handball or something.
Yeah, they've done a bit of tweaking on handball recently, where it's a bit more lenient now.
Yeah.
Handball, but I think there's they need more levels. Like a penalty, if referee gives a penalty,
Yep.
that's basically a goal. Like it's going to be 90%, 95%.
Ah,
They
okay.
always score a penalty,
Yeah.
usually. So
Yeah.
the referee's basically giving a goal, and in a low-scoring sport, for a borderline decision.
Ah,
of
yeah, I
something
see what
that-
you mean.
I
Yeah.
think for it to be a penalty, which is basically a goal, should be like closer to rugby league, where penalty try is they were going to score that try if you
Definite.
didn't do something. So if someone's running in on goal and then some defender hacks him from behind,
Yeah.
whatever, penalty. I just think they need one level back from that, which is still like you've got a 25% chance of scoring a goal here.
Yeah.
So like if you're in the corner of the box, you're not about to shoot, and you kind of got tripped and it was borderline, I don't think that should be giving a free goal away. That should be
Does
all
it
right,
bring
you're
the
gonna-
penalty back to the corner?
yeah,
or
penalty
something
back
like that?
there or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
else that's
The one in my sport I would change is in golf. I fucking hate it that if you hit a drive straight down the middle of the fairway and your ball is in someone else's divot, that you're not allowed to pick that ball up and put it to the side of the divot. You've got to hit it out of the divot.
Isn't there something if it's but it's still classed as playable
What do you mean?
if it's in someone else's divot?
unless it's
Yeah,
a man-made
that's right.
thing,
Right.
isn't it? Like if it's a sprinkler head.
Yeah,
then-
unless it's a sprinkler
Ah,
head or
right.
something like that. But
Yeah.
if you're in the rough and you just get a shit lie in someone's divot or something, then you deserve it. You missed the fairway.
Yeah.
But if you
It's on the
hit the
fairway.
defined fairway
Yeah.
and you're just in someone else's divot who hit a good shot as well, you don't deserve to
I agree
be
with that.
punished for being when you're in the fairway. So you should be able to pick
Yeah.
it up and just put it to the side. That's no advantage to putting the ball in the fairway 2 inches to the left.
Yeah.
Would
So they should just be
you
able to-
would you basically say preferred lie on all fairways, or would you say only
No,
if?
only if you're in a divot.
But then that gets a bit grey. What's a divot? What's not? Like,
Yeah,
would you
I
just say
guess.
preferred lie any time? But then are they picking up the ball every time, and is that annoying? Or
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be preferred lie in the fairway. I don't know. The
or
other
do you get a
part-
course marshal to rule on it? If it's a divot, is there like a marshal or something that would say?
Oh, there
yes,
is in comps, but you don't want to be doing that every fucking time there's a divot.
Yeah.
But if you watch some of the aerial shots of these fairways, because the pros are so good and all of them hit them down the fairways,
Yeah.
if you see some of these aerial shots, there's hundreds of divots, and you see a ball come down the fairway and you hear the commentators say, oh, is he going to be in a divot? No. Oh, he's lucky he's not in a divot. It's just like, well,
Yeah.
why is he lucky?
What about
He hit
this?
it down the middle. Like,
What about this? So, because I think what we're trying to stop here is if you just say preferred lie anytime you're in the fairway, then every time they're going to pick up the ball, like try to play. You don't probably want that, but you do want to be able to replace it if it's genuinely in the divot, but you don't want to have to get someone to make a decision every time. What if you give them 3 replacements per round
That sounds painful.
on a fairway?
That
So they
sounds
can
more
choose to do it or
painful.
not whenever they want, but it's not preferred lie every single time.
No, I don't mind the idea of just preferred lie in the fairway if that's going to be the problem.
Yeah.
Interesting. Preferred lie in golf is a card length. So when you go to a golf club, you get a card and you mark your card.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I heard that they're actually about to change that
Phone
to
length?
a phone length
Ooh, the
because
iPhone
no
Max.
cards are being used anymore. Everyone records their
cool.
score
So they're
on
going to be
their
walking
phones.
around with these phablets.
Yeah,
Tablets.
yeah, iPhone
Phone
Max.
Yeah,
Yeah. Anyway,
Wow. Well, there you go. Yeah.
that
Yep.
was a good one.
I'd go offside soccer because then it'll be like 7
It'd be
to
interesting.
5.
It'd be a bit more like AFL.
Yeah.
Like
Sort
you
of.
basically have a fullback and a striker.
But then it comes down
Like-
one-on-one with the keeper and they can use their skill. I don't know.
I don't
Anyway.
know if offside's what's stopping goals being scored.
Yeah. Well,
Or make the goals bigger, I reckon, because the
that's the other
goalkeeper's
one.
getting so good
I
now.
said that
Oh,
to you
yeah.
a few episodes
Yeah.
ago. What if you made the goal
Just a
2
foot wider.
foot wider on
Yeah.
each side or something like that?
Yep.
Would it make it more interesting?
Because you get these pretty big, stretchy goalkeepers now.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a good one, Steph. Well done. All right. How many, Ben? One more?
One more.
What's the dumbest... This is StableMate Troy.
Right.
What's the dumbest food challenge you've seen or tried?
It's weird.
Oh, I think the Sistroming one would be
Oh, that's
Awful.
that.
Oh.
Fish.
the herring,
Yeah.
salted herring.
Oh, didn't you want me to do that?
Yeah, I still do.
I'm not doing
No,
that.
that's fucked.
I reckon the cinnamon. Have you seen the cinnamon one?
Oh,
They get
yeah.
a tablespoon of cinnamon,
You can't
and
do
they
it.
just inhale it, and it just like goes in their lungs and shit.
Can't you do it?
Well,
Oh, it's
you just
impossible.
cough off. Yeah,
So why is it impossible?
It just dries, takes
It's
all the
so
saliva
fine.
out of you.
yeah, it just goes straight
So
in.
if I just like put it under my tongue and let the saliva get to it, would I not be able to do it?
don't know. They just chuck it in.
Well,
There you go.
This isn't a dumb one, but
Try it next pod.
one really good one to do, and I can't remember if it's a minute or 30 seconds, so look this up yourselves because I can't be bothered, is to eat a wheat bick. So I remember someone
I've done,
told me,
it.
it's a
I've
minute.
done
Yeah.
that one.
Is it a minute?
Yeah, I can't remember how long
Someone
it is.
told me
I
that
did
you
it.
can't eat a dry wheat bick in a minute.
I did it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did you?
I fucking smashed it.
Well, maybe it's 30 seconds then.
I don't know. Whatever the time limit was,
Yeah.
I did it.
I did. It was just like it's
Yeah,
just.
it is hard.
I think cinnamon would be 10 times worse
Yeah.
than that. Yeah.
Something that shits me about food challenges. Scoot and I did one once at a steakhouse somewhere in Brisbane, Outback Jack's Steakhouse.
Was it the one the kilo, half
Yeah,
a
was
kilo of chips, half a kilo of steak?
Yeah, so it was a kilo steak, and then there was
Was it a kilo of veggies and wedges? Or
yeah, something like that. Something I don't like about food challenges. And did you ever watch Man vs Food?
Yeah, yeah.
Where he would have to do some challenge. What I hate about it is the core thing that they have to eat is challenging in itself. But then they make it hard by just adding a
another
stupid
bullshit potato,
amount of balls or a
mashed
stupid
potato,
amount of chips or something like that. It's just like, well, I just want the challenge to be the thing, not the absolute dumbness that they've added.
I've seen some massive burgers that are like this big, and they're like, and the people get like eat a quarter of it, and I'm going, what a fucking waste! What are they doing with the leftover? They
must
just
be nice,
turfing it.
Yeah.
You had a crack at that hot burger
Yeah, we
where you
did
had to
chili
wear
burger.
gloves.
Yeah. So that was at Victoria Point, off the wall. I'm not sure if it's still there or not. So yeah, they give you gloves. Oh, that could just be a gimmick, but
Yeah.
but it was fucking hot.
Yeah.
How much of that did you get down?
I got like maybe a third, maybe a half, but
Yeah.
to me, honestly, they had all this raw onion and stuff on it as well, which I just didn't like.
Yeah.
So you were just picky about the shit.
No,
It was like, look, I can handle the heat,
It
but
was hot. No,
why
it
would
was-
you put
I remember
raw
when
onion
you
on
did
this?
It was hard
Yeah.
because Aaron and his brother did it as well, and he's way more
He likes hot
experience
food.
in hot food.
Yeah.
I, from sheer willpower, managed to get through half of it. I'm not a huge spicy food person, but I'm not sure if this is possible or not, but I was kind of like hallucinating from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
was,
possible.
Yeah, it was weird, like just trying to walk and
Yeah, Homer on the chili.
The best ones are when they get like the morning news crews. If you get YouTube, like the Ghost Pepper Challenge or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they give, and there's always one confident guy going, "Yeah, I'm gonna get this,"
Yeah.
and then it just blows his head off. It's the best.
Have you seen? There's a one that's just gone viral lately, which is a burger, and it's got an actual scorpion.
Scorpion,
on
yeah.
top of it.
Burger Urge, I think.
Yeah.
Was it
a
they're
dead
doing
scorpion.
A dead scorpion
Yeah.
on it, and you got to eat the scorpion. That's part
One
of
of
it.
the things I've had arguments about, and they think it's just me being like all,
Painful.
on the spectrum about this, but with KP, stablemate Cal, and his brother, the Scoville unit. All I'm asking,
Right.
I want to know the Scoville unit. That's the how hot something
How hot
is.
that
Yeah.
chili is.
I want to know, and it's just a question, and I'm sure there's a straightforward answer, and we could all move on with our lives.
So a simple Google could fix this.
Like, if you say this is a 1,000 Scoville burger, I want to know, is the quantity of the chili factored into that? Like, is it a unit that means you had this intensity chili and this much of it, or is it just because I could have but it doesn't matter the volume of the chili, but it doesn't matter of the volume. Then I could have a 1,000 Scoville burger with a dot of that 1,000 chili. It's not a good unit for me to say, I had a 1,000 Scoville burger, and you go, well, I had a 2,000. If that's just about the intensity of the chili, then you got to go, well, I had a 2,000 and it was 300 grams of the chili.
Yeah.
And I had a 1,000 and it was...
I'm pretty sure it is just the intensity of the chili.
Yeah,
It's
so
not
I
related.
can't go around saying I had a 1,000 Scoville burger and be proud
Yeah.
of it, because it could have been a fucking atom of it.
That's right. Also, how does that work? This is another probably simple Google, but like if you watch on the hot ones, those chicken shows or whatever,
yeah.
they have like the first one's 1,000. It's easy, and then by the end it's like 2 million.
Yeah.
So is it
It's
like
logarithmic. It's
like what's
Yeah.
going on?
I actually watched a show on it, and they breed them specifically
Oh,
to
absolutely, yeah.
the chilies. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, yeah, hot. Yeah.
So next week on the podcast,
Fuck that.
Oh, yeah. Chili. Oh, the
Oh, sorry, I thought of another funny... This is like 3 segments back.
Is it another viral person?
ching ching.
This is the viral one. Did you see recently the news anchor? Did we talk about this on the podcast? I'm not losing my memory. I just don't know which was on air, which was
Right.
not.
Okay.
But the news anchor who was caught wanking.
We didn't talk about it on potty.
So
I did see
there
him
was a
there,
live
yeah.
cross, and he was at home, wasn't he? But
Yeah,
you know
he's
how
on
now
Zoom or
you can
something.
get away with news crosses to journos, and they're at home or they're whatever because it's
Oh, really?
Postcard
and he got
award, yeah.
and he I think that he had the thing, and then what happened? The camera was still on him and he didn't realise and he was having a wag.
Yeah.
After he'd finished his report.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then they interviewed him. He was back in the studio next week and the lady was going, and we may as well mention this. So something quite embarrassing happened with you last time, didn't it, Ken?
Oh, no.
It was. Yeah. She asked, like, they had set up that he was going to make a public apology about it.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, "Yep. So last week I did this."
Yeah, I was caught
Oh,
masturbating.
no, really?
Just the worst.
Oh, did you apologise when you got caught?
I think I got away with it.
All right, that's it. Episode 37 done. Thank you very much and good much. We'll see you again for episode 38.